Hey, it's Whitney and Jay Hammond here. I go by Dr. Whitney in the office, and he goes by Dr. Jay in the office. We've been doing this thing called life and marriage for 15 years now. We made it past the 7-year itch, and wow, it's a journey. So we are on today because what we are going to do is we are going to do a fun he said, she said. How many dollars do you think we've invested over the past 18 years in life coaching, consulting, Tony Robbins experiences? Oh gosh, we've been to the cabin in Montana to do a whole life experience. Like, what would you guess?
For the resources we've dedicated to this?
Yes, the investments we have made.
Truly, every bit of $250,000, if not, probably over the last 20 years.
Yeah. So we have invested in ourselves and our health and our relationships. My husband has done programs like The Warrior. I've done different life coaching, all to help us really in personal growth and development, because being husband and wife, having 4 kids, practicing as chiropractors side by side for almost 18 years now, owning a business together, having a crazy busy life, has required some help. And so we are not posing as marriage counselors here. We are just posing as we would like to share just perspectives, things we've learned. People have helped us. So if we can pass it on, especially in this time of just uncertainty and stress, and maybe you are in the home together more because you're working together and you've got kids quarantining or whatever your situation may be, we're just here to help lighten it up, share some perspectives, and let's begin our he said, she said. So
wait on. So everyone knows this is totally new to me. I have no idea. She's got this he said, she said. She's got this question she's going to ask me. I have no idea what's going on
So
here.
each week we'll have a different question. Now this week I'm on top, meaning I know the question, so he's going to be surprised. I know my answer because I know the question, right? But then next week he'll have a question for me and vice versa. So the topics are, we do have guardrails. The topics are health and relationships. And again, that's because that is the time, the money, the resources we've invested in ourselves. And that's why we're still married, still practicing together, and still have 4 kids that we haven't killed. So
or each other.
Or each other, right.
Yes, days not over yet. Days not over.
So here we go. My question to you is, what do I do that drives you bonkers, like drives you crazy, but ultimately you have figured out over the years, man, that really does serve me, or that helps me, that helps our family?
Your ancestral cleaning.
Yeah, I'm a clean freak.
I think I'm a clean guy. I'm a pretty neat dude. I like things orderly. She takes it a whole nother level. It's constantly wiping down counters and making sure. And throwing. And can we cuss in this or no? No. All right. Throwing stuff away. She pitches things constantly. The kids and I all have to protect our stuff because we're always afraid you're gonna throw it out. So I'd say cleaning things constantly, and then throwing stuff away. However, you do create space.
Okay, so how does it? Yeah, I was gonna say, how does that serve you or us or our family?
Well, the cleaning is. It's nice to have a clean house all the time. I mean, I do enjoy that. It does create peace and space for me because I like orderly environments. So yeah, I'll give you that. It's very nice. And then the throwing away stuff. I mean, only sometimes you really got me when he's throwing some stuff I really wanted, or we've caught things in the trash. But in general, you do get rid of the accumulation of stuff, which only blocks our ability to bring out more stuff or just free up space and room and mental room and physical room in our house.
Yeah, that's cool. That's it. Yeah. I mean, sometimes I will ignore my kids to get I will no, Mama's cleaning or I'm organizing a space. So thank you for the appreciation, because that's one thing that's been around our marriage for a very long time, and we've grown to laugh at each other and say, okay, you know what, that does actually serve us in some way. So mine is the dog. So
the dog?
Yes, your rules and discipline and craziness at yelling at us when we don't do what the training for the dog was meant for. Or like we let the dog out of the house and he doesn't have a
She
shock
literally
collar
means
on.
the dog, like a
Yeah,
dog.
yeah,
I
our
got
dog
it.
Rocky,
Yeah.
our dog Rocky. So what I mean by that is Jay had a massive vision and discipline and rules around how our boxer, crazy wild little boxer, was going to grow up. And I grew up with farm dogs, so I'm like, oh, whatever, they can do whatever, they can go outside, they can have no boundaries, they can do whatever they want in the house, they can jump on people. And he really saw that, no, this is the way our dogs should be raised. So he consulted high-level trainers and police officers who train canines, and he had this whole thing. And the minute the kids and I would mess up or we didn't care, he'd yell at us. But ultimately, I saw what the dog represented is we do have a chaotic, crazy, busy life. And now that we've followed through, or when we get off track and Jay yells at us, like to have discipline and focus and consistency, which is something I lack a lot of the times, is it helps everybody because the dog isn't getting ran over in the road and is not jumping on people when they walk in. He's better and well trained, which leads to less chaos in our life with 4 kids and having a crazy busy life. So I let him know, and I have is that ultimately I appreciate the rules and structure that you give our dog, which ultimately gives us too. So
yeah, I guess I always just thought of it as because I could always see what would happen if we didn't do that.
Yeah.
Right. If we didn't have the structure and the dog darts off, and now maybe I am too orderly and I'm too rigid and I like systems.
Yes.
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 But if we're busy getting the kids out for school in the morning and there's 4 of us in here and for 6 of us, 7 of us rolling around and all of a sudden now we have a dog that's running and now we've got to go and get the dog. That just drove me crazy just because I don't have the bandwidth right now to deal with that, get the kids out and then go to the office and be present with patients. So I get real rigid and real territorial with my. Well, same way with you. You get all the territorial. You're cleaning.
Yeah, totally. Because I'm trying to create less chaos, organization, and structure.
Right.
So this is fun, and I encourage you because we went for years with things just driving us crazy about each other. But until we could either laugh about it or say, you know what, in some way, shape, or form that actually helps us, it just lightens the load and everybody gets less irritated. So I encourage you to have a conversation with your spouse. Like, what do I do that absolutely drives you crazy? But then challenge them to say, all right, but how does that help you? So,
I like it.
Yeah, again, paying it forward. He said, she said. So Hammonds will be on again next week. Stay tuned.
Guys.